had to pull over. I had therapy, and so we've been doing EMDR for OCD. We've processed a lot of trauma memories in therapy. And this one I didn't remember as a trauma memory. And it brought something up that was really triggering for me. And unexpectedly, because of, this memory's kind of been like rooting at the OCD. And so for me, because in fight, flight, or freeze, I almost always freeze. Like triggering looks like I feel like I can't quite breathe. My throat gets really tight, like I'm swallowing sand. That's all like the activation of the fight or flight. I tend to get like, I have a lot of emotions, but I tend to stuff them. And I'm about to say something triggering, so please pause it or just know where you're at. But anyway, because if you were told in your childhood to stop crying, or they would give you something to cry about, then when you are in a situation where you're activated, you're also like pushing down those emotions because they are not safe. So I feel a lot of emotions, but I feel them like pressed down, not like under ice water, like if there's a lake and there's ice over it, the water's still moving under there. And it could be moving very strongly, but it's blocked under that. And I was driving, and I was just trying to be like, okay, I'm safe. I'm in my car. There is nothing threatening around me. And at the same time, being activated, feeling this sense of threat. And I started picking at my nail, my cuticle. And it was this moment of, and there's the connection to that specific feeling of that triggered threat and the OCD that we are addressing with EMDR, specifically in this memory, because that's how I was coping with that feeling of threat. With OCD, with this picking this I can control. I cannot control this. And that's what, those were exactly the kind of thoughts I was having when I was like, I'm safe. And I was like, but there's, the world, this exists, and pick. So, and this is why OCD can be OCD. You'll have to pardon me. This is why EMDR can be destabilizing if you're not ready for it. Because if you don't know how to bring yourself back to a place of safety and stability, which should be the first phase of therapy, then when something like this comes up, and even after, like we did containment safety exercises, but it's still, this is a big one for me that it brought up. And so now feeling unsafe, I have to be able to bring myself back into this I'm okay moment, and I'm safe to feel my emotions. And but it just feels a little overwhelming with the OCD tie-in to go, this is where it is. And I'm remembering myself as a child. Pick. And it makes so much sense right now. Anyway, that's just the update. I needed to pull over, and I think talking about it has helped me come down a little bit as well. So thank you guys for offering that space. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna drive home now.